as we both know, I'm getting straight to it. As we both know that Brian Callahan was just fired from the Tennessee Titans. 4-19 record over 2 years, not impressive. Interim coach Mike McCoy. We have a Titans fan right here. This man loves the Titans. So Marcus, so give me your take on the Brian Callahan firing and be fair.
I'm gonna be fair. It should have been. They did right. They fired him at the perfect time. You could not let this man go into next week's game against the Patriots playing against the coach you fired to replace him. He could not have gone against the Patriots, man. It would have been a good look.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you can look at the Patriots, what's the Patriots record
right now?
They're
4-2, I believe.
So they're 4-2 this year with the coach that y'all fired, and y'all replaced him with Brian Callahan, who has 4 wins in 2 seasons.
The Zach Taylor coaching tree.
Let that sink in. Let that sink in. The coach you fired goes to another team. I'm not saying his name on purpose. Goes to another team, wins 4 games in 1 year, and the coach you replaced him with has 4 victories in 2 years. Should have been done. It should have been done in the off season. To be honest with you, but
wow,
but 1 year is nothing. No, that wasn't a guy. And all means, you look at this introductory press conference and what he looked like when he took the Titans job, and see what he looks like now. This man has aged so bad in a year. He's been rough on my boy. They say he's a nice guy, man. I tend to believe him because I didn't find a bad thing about him. But yeah, this needed to be done. He could not go and get his ass kicked by the Patriots. It just would have been a good look. But I got 10 names for you, man, that we're possibly replacing this guy with. Put them into categories. 2 names have already popped up, so I want to talk about those 2 names first. These are the connection guys. These 2 guys have connections to the franchise, either through the being there or through the GM. That is going to be Arthur Smith, offensive coordinator for the Steelers, and Matt Nagy, offensive coordinator of the Chiefs. Arthur Smith first. He's a guy who's been on the Titans team before. He spent 9 seasons with the Titans, coaching various different positions, from defensive quality control, offensive line, tight ends, co-OC. He's been in the Titans building, like I said, 9 seasons, so he is a guy they're familiar with in that building. And I can understand why he will get an interview, and I would be not upset with that. With him getting the interview, I won't be upset with, but if I look at the Steelers offense, nothing really wows me about it.
Nothing.
So just take that in mind. The other guy is Matt Nagy. He's gotten to 2 Super Bowls with the Chiefs. Won a Super Bowl with the Chiefs as well. He's the former head coach of the Chicago Bears. We all know how that went, but he has a strong connection with GM Mike Baganzi, who took the job this offseason to be the GM of the Titans, who's formerly with the Chiefs. So those would be the reason those 2 guys can interview. Your thoughts on Matt Nagy or Arthur Smith as head coach?
Neither one of them should be the head coach, in my opinion, because Arthur Smith had Bijan Robinson and did nothing with them. Had Drake London, did nothing with them. So you can't expect him to take Cam Ward and do something with them. I can't get that. I don't get that expectation from him. And with Matt Nagy had, I want to say, Justin Fields first year, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And
yep.
They said Justin Fields was a bust. And I mean, look at Justin Fields now. His team sucks, but it's not because of him per se. So
this last
he played the best defense in the league with no help. So which they could have won. That's a different conversation, though, if you want to talk about that, because I could talk about that all day. But anyway, back to Matt Nagy. If I wouldn't consider none of these guys because we've seen their track record and it's not impressive.
Yeah, don't want to spend too much time on these guys. I can understand why they would get an interview, but I'm out on both of them as far as head coaching goes. I've seen enough of Matt Nagy. He's probably one of the worst head coaches history in the NFL. Yeah, man, it's going to be Brian Callahan 2.0. Arthur Smith, you can't have the weapons he's had and put up the offenses he's had. Man, what he done with Bijan Robinson the first year had Bijan looking bad. Thought Bijan was gonna be a bust. So glad he got up out of there. Shout out to Bijan Robinson, one of my favorite players in the league. But yeah, I'm out on both of these guys. But I got some more. I got three more names for you. I put these are the coordinators I think should get a look. I think these guys make more sense. And by the way, this is in no particular order. First name up is going to be Joe Brady out there at the Buffalo Bills. You got Cliff Kingsbury for the Commanders, and you got Brian Flores, I think, DC for the Vikings. Just some names to look at. If I could open up with Brian Flores, he was the head coach of the Dolphins. We saw how that went. It was pretty good. Probably got fired prematurely. Uh, he put a pretty good product on the field week in and week out when he was with the Dolphins. He had the off-field stuff going on, which probably led to his dismissal. Hasn't had a real interview or a real chance for a head coaching job since. Your thoughts on Brian Flores?
Um, I thought I would say I wouldn't get Brian Flores either unless he hired someone to develop Cam Ward himself, because we know he's gonna have the defense rocking and rolling. We know that for a fact. But we saw how he did with Tua, and Tua, well, bearing injury, Tua did not look like the sixth overall pick. So I say if Brian Flores takes a job, he needs to see what he did wrong with Miami and find an offensive coordinator that is best for Cam Ward.
I tend to agree with you on that. I think the number one priority in the coaching hire is the development of quarterback Cam Ward. I don't think it's about Super Bowls and playoff victories and all that. I think it's strictly on development of the franchise quarterback. Uh, and it hopes that the guy you hire can grow into a Super Bowl level coach. I think the main thing they want is a guy that can develop Cam Ward, improve his offense, and that's why I think names like Cliff Kingsbury. If you think about what he did with Arizona, Kyler Murray. Can't think of his name for a second, y'all. Sorry. Look at Kyler Murray with Cliff Kingsbury. Look at Kyler Murray without Cliff Kingsbury. They talk about this man lose his job, Kyler Murray, at the end of this year because he hasn't looked as good as he did.
He should have been fired in my opinion because the offense was always great. The defense just gave up 35 points a game. So that was my gripe about him getting fired.
That's what I'm saying. Strictly on the offensive level, I think Cliff Kingsbury would be like a perfect hire as far as development goes. You've seen it with Kyler Murray. You've seen it with Caleb Williams. You've seen it down there now in Washington with the development of Jaden Daniels. I think it's a guy to look at. Another guy, like I said, Joe Brady out there at the Bills. See what he's doing now with Josh Allen. Josh Allen did have, Brian DeBoer and Ken Dorsey as well. So let's not forget that. But Joe Brady's a guy who has developed NFL premier level talent.
Justin Herbert.
Shout out to Justin Herbert, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, all those guys, the top of the league at their positions. Just some of the guys Joe Brady developed. He has his fingerprints all over James Cook right now. It's running back position. Just something to look at. He's going to be a big time coaching candidate. I would not be surprised if he got an interview or a job offer. In my opinion, that's what I'll be thinking about. Who's going to develop the guy I just spent the number one overall pick on? That's what I'm more concerned with. More concerned in the Super Bowl right now. I need to make sure the guy I invested the next 20 years in is ready to play at a high level. So that's what I would think. Even more important than Super Bowl right now, to getting the guy in there who can develop Cam Ward and get him right for the NFL. Cam Ward just the other day, what'd he say?
If
I figured the NFL ish out, they are F. So you need to get him to that level. So Joe Brady's the guy that can do it. Those are the three guys I thought that definitely should get an interview. They will get an interview. Those are probably the three top guys from a coordinator standpoint. I could throw two dark horses in. Jim Bob Cooter, Nathaniel Hackett. Jim Bob is offensive coordinator for the Lions. Nathaniel Hackett's offensive coordinator for the Broncos. Your thoughts on any of those guys?
Yeah, when I heard Nathaniel Hackett, I had to. Nah, heck no. I can't. At a certain point, when you were a head coach and you did what you did, you couldn't finish the season. Yeah, that's a no go for me. Maybe you could have learned, but I'm not taking the risk on you, especially with my franchise quarterback supposedly. I just the names you said they don't scream development to me. So you gotta find like I'm gonna keep harping this. You gotta find someone who's best to develop Cam Ward. That's the biggest thing because as we see
But
now, he is not developing.
so you don't think Joe Brady's a development guy?
I meant the last guys you said, not
Oh,
the
the last two guys.
yeah last two
Okay,
guys.
the
Yeah,
dark.
yeah.
Uh, what Jim Bob Cooter, man? Lions got the number one offense in the league. Look good.
This is for the first year calling plays, first year OC.
Exactly. It's only gonna get better.
No, I'm not. I can't.
That's why I
Experience.
said dark horse.
It is a dark horse, but experience matters to me, especially like I said with your franchise quarterback.
But Joe Brady has no head coaching experience, so he's probably an outside as well.
Yeah, he is.
We'll get to head coaching candidates in a minute.
But we know
Let me
it's
get to him now.
Okay, go ahead.
These are the last three names. Bill O'Brien at Boston College, believe it or not. And these last two are guys who aren't currently coaching right now, who have expressed a lot of interest about coming back, especially his first name, John Gruden. And the last one, who is my personal favorite to get the job if he applies, Mike McCarthy.
Were you this big of a Mike McCarthy stand when he was with the Cowboys?
I don't think Mike McCarthy was a problem.
Okay, I'm glad we agree on that because I don't think it was a problem either. Okay, I didn't know how you felt about the Mike McCarthy thing, so I never brought. Okay, we agree on that he was not the problem.
I mean, I think they set him up. You've had man on the last year of his contract, didn't offer him another contract. What do you expect to happen the last year? He couldn't buy in, team wouldn't buy in because they didn't think he was going to be there. So
then that gets hurt. So then that gets hurt. So that doesn't help his case either. But anyway, I could see Mike McCarthy because he did develop Aaron Rodgers. Did he develop Brett Favre as well a little bit, or was he already pretty much developed?
I think Brett Favre pretty much who he was when he got there.
Okay, so he developed Aaron Rodgers, probably the best quarterback in the NFL history. You can make an argument for it. He has won 4 MVPs. And he's won 4 MVPs. So anyway, I like the Mike McCarthy hire. John Gruden, we saw what happened in was he in Vegas? Was it Vegas or Oakland then? Vegas.
It was Oakland. It was still Oakland.
We saw what happened in Oakland. So he
went to the Super Bowl.
I know he went to Super Bowl. I'm talking about recently. I know he's Super Bowl champion. I'm talking about
Mike McCarthy Super Bowl champion.
I'm for the Mike McCarthy hire, but the John Gruden hire I can't really get behind because we saw what happened in Oakland. Maybe he was settled to fail in Oakland because Al Davis is a nutcase, but I mean, I'd rather you offer what I can't even think of his name right now. Boston College head coach
Bill O'Brien.
Because with the Texans, he wasn't bad. He just tried to play GM.
Yep. I think you got a GM in place, so you have to worry about that. So I think if Bill O'Brien focuses on coaching, he is one of the best play callers out there.
He is.
He can call a game. He can call a game for sure. The same thing with Mike McCarthy. So
great play caller.
If you want to be in line with your quarterback, those are probably two guys to look at. Do those guys scream Super Bowl? Yeah, let's go do this. We're going to playoffs year one. No.
That's a team thing too, though.
Yeah. But I said like the top goal in this search should be who will develop Cam Ward? Who will get along with Cam Ward? Who's gonna let this guy off, let the reins off, let this guy be who he is? Who's gonna find out what he does best, what kind of concepts he like? You know what I'm saying? What kind of you want a 3-step drop, you want a 5-step drop, you like 7-step drops, you want to be on the center, you want to be a shotgun. You know, you like pass to the wide side of the field. Well, what do you prefer? You want to do mesh in the middle of the field. You know, what do you want to do? You like stack concepts. Who's going to talk to Cam Ward about this stuff to see what he likes, what he does best, and develop him to be a great NFL quarterback? That should be the top priority in his search.
He should be in the room as they're searching for a coach. He should be in the middle chair.
I know he's a rookie quarterback, but he should definitely be in a room. I ain't gonna say middle chair, probably at the end of the table.
Middle chair.
But he should be.
Yeah, it's my brain on the line right now. Middle chair.
Yeah, Cam Ward should definitely have some input. Definitely be in the room. He should be at the dinners. Should be in the meeting rooms with these guys, talking about what they want to do, what kind of offense they're gonna run, what do they see is wrong with this offense. Because they got to find a head coach replacement. They need to find Mike McCoy's another name. He's getting the first crack. He's getting a live audition. So he is a former head coach of the Chargers. He got to find another offensive line. Well, they elevated the offensive line coach as Bill O'Brien also left with his son Brian. So, Titans got a lot of stuff to worry about. But this head coaching search is probably the most important head coaching search of the offseason.
Let me ask you a question. Last question. Do you call Bill Belichick?
No. He's a little distracted. No disrespect, but no, I don't call Bill Belichick. I don't think he wants to go through another rebuild. It's showing in North Carolina right now. So
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think. I heard people say his name, but I don't think he's one you would. You bring him.
He's not going.
You bring him in when you're ready. That's when you bring him in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's probably all the names I got, man. Brian Flores was the only defensive guy I brought up, but
I'll throw in Jesse Minter, the Chargers DC.
Yeah.
He's definitely going to get some head coaching opportunities this offseason. So I'm scared for him. Scared for him to leave. I hope he stays, but he's a name to look out for.
I like him. But yeah, that's all I really got. That's 10 names for y'all to look at as far as this head coaching search goes. Just run them down for you again. The guys who will get interviewed who have connections to the franchise was Arthur Smith and Matt Nagy. Arthur Smith with the Steelers, Matt Nagy, offensive coordinator with the Chiefs. Then we went to coordinators. We went Cliff Kingsbury, OC at the Commanders, Joe Brady, OC at the Bills, and Brian Flores, DC at the Vikings. Then you had your dark horses. There was Jim Bob Cooter, Nathaniel Hackett, Jim Bob over there with the Lions. Can't wait to be saying Coach Jim Bob. I like that. Nathaniel Hackett over there with the Broncos. And like I said, the last but not least, the head coach candidates, Bill O'Brien down there at Boston College in the ACC. And the guys that took a time off, Mike McCarthy took the year off from coaching the Cowboys. And you got John Gruden, who's been on sabbatical. I don't know what the heck he is, but yeah, he wants to come back to coaching at any level.
John Gruden's currently on Barstool doing sports takes. So
yeah,
get out of there, John. You're better than that.
Definitely, I cannot stand Barstool stories. But that's another conversation for another day.
Don't sue us, David. Don't sue us, Dave.
He happy to do it too. He can stay out of lawsuits damn self. But yeah, that's all I got. You got anything else?
Alleged lawsuits.
Allegedly. Sorry. Allegedly. That statement could not be true. Allegedly.
We out.